What's the hardest ticket to get in all of sports? Not the Super Bowl, not the Monaco Grand Prix, not even the front row at the World Cup final. Try getting a seat in Wimbledon's Royal Box. You can't buy your way in, you can't scalp one. And even if you're rich, famous, and powerful, it still doesn't mean you're getting in. Because these seats aren't for sale, they're by invitation only. For over 100 years, the Royal Box has sat at the center of the All England Club's most mysterious tradition, a place where monarchy, money, and meticulous etiquette collide. It's not just the best seat in tennis, it's one of the most exclusive seats on Earth. So what actually happens inside this velvet-roped world? Who decides who gets in? And why do billionaires and movie stars still get turned away? Welcome to Priceless Tickets inside Wimbledon's Royal Box. Let's start with what makes the Royal Box royal. First installed in 1922, the Royal Box was designed to give members of the British royal family a private, elevated view of the action on center court. It has just 74 seats, dressed in dark green Lloyd loom chairs, and arranged in 3 perfectly symmetrical rows. There's no signage, no branding, no VIP access tunnel. It doesn't even look particularly lavish. But make no mistake, it's the most powerful row of seats in tennis. Over the decades, it's hosted heads of state, presidents, sheikhs, tech moguls, and every reigning British monarch since King George V. But no one, no matter how famous, asks for a Royal Box invite. You wait, you hope, and you act like you weren't expecting it. So how do you get into the Royal Box? The answer, you don't. Not unless you've received a formal invitation from the chairman of the All England Club, which operates Wimbledon. The club is famously discreet, but the criteria generally fall into 3 categories: royalty and heads of state. Think King Charles III, Queen Camilla, Princess Catherine, foreign royals, and past. Monarchs like Queen Elizabeth II. Current and former players of distinction: Federer, Serena, Navratilova, McEnroe. If you've made a legendary impact on tennis, you're on the radar. Distinguished contribution to British society. This includes diplomats, military leaders, top scientists, Olympians, and, yes, celebrities. But only those with the right kind of reputation. It's not about popularity, it's about perceived character, legacy, and cultural impact. Forget influencers or reality stars. You're more likely to see David Attenborough than David Beckham. Get the invite? Congratulations! But you're not in yet. Because now comes the Royal Box dress code, and it's no joke. For men, a suit and tie is mandatory. No open collars, no sneakers, no exceptions. Even Roger Federer wore a tie on his first visit, not because he wanted to, but because that's the rule. For women, formal day wear, often with a hat or fascinator. Think British wedding attire, not Hollywood red carpet. If you're not dressed properly, you won't be allowed in. Not even if you're a global icon. In fact, pop star Lewis Capaldi once told a story about showing up without a tie and being turned away. This is Wimbledon, after all, not Coachella. Now let's talk about what it's like inside. From the Royal Box, guests get a straight-on, centerline view of the court, arguably the best vantage point in the entire stadium. But it's not just the visuals that matter, it's the atmosphere. There's no shouting, no selfies, no waving at the camera. Everyone is expected to maintain a respectful composure. Guests stand when members of the royal family enter. They applaud politely, even if their favorite loses. And phones? Silenced, hidden, or ideally, left at home. You're not just watching tennis. You're participating in a centuries-old ritual that blends sport, monarchy, and quiet power. The match is only part of the experience. The real networking happens during lunch. Guests of the Royal Box are invited to a private 3-course meal in the clubhouse, where champagne flows, menus are handwritten, and seating arrangements are as strategic as they are social. This is where government ministers shake hands with film directors, where diplomats talk trade over strawberries and cream, where a retired tennis star might sit beside a Nobel laureate, a foreign prince, and the CEO of a global bank. No press, no recording, just high-level conversation at white linen tables. It's networking at the very highest tier, done with poise, discretion, and impeccable manners. For many years, Queen Elizabeth II was the symbolic figurehead of Wimbledon, though she only visited a handful of times. But today, Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has become the face of the Royal Box. As patron of the All England Club, she presents trophies, hosts guests, and occasionally even tears up watching a great rally. Her presence embodies the box balance of modern celebrity and old-world dignity. When she's seated, everyone notices, but no one says a word. That's the unspoken magic of the Royal Box. Everyone knows who's important, but no one shows it. In most of the world, money opens every door, not here. It doesn't matter if you're a hedge fund manager with a £200 million estate in Chelsea or a tech founder worth $5 billion. If you haven't earned your way into the Royal Box through reputation, you're not getting in. This is why the box is so revered, because it's one of the last places on Earth where status isn't bought. It's curated. When Elon Musk visited Wimbledon, he wasn't in the Royal Box. Neither was Oprah, nor LeBron, nor Zuckerberg. You can own the stadium, but you still might not get that seat. Yes, it happens. Sometimes the All England Club doesn't extend invites to people you'd assume are shoo-ins. In 2021, reports swirled that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle weren't offered seats in the box due to ongoing tensions with the royal family. And in other cases, celebrities have declined their invitations because they didn't want to follow the rules. The result? A line between who's invited and who's worthy. A social distinction that matters just as much as any championship title. Over the years, the Royal Box has played host to some of the most iconic figures of our time. Nelson Mandela, in 2003, was greeted with a standing ovation. Michelle and Barack Obama, while not seated there during their presidency, have been linked to potential invites. Serena Williams has watched from the box when not competing, often alongside royalty or Anna Wintour. David Attenborough, the world's most respected nature documentarian, has made multiple appearances. And of course, Princess Diana, who often brought her own quiet charisma and unconventional fashion sense to the court. Each visit reinforces the box's power, not just to elevate, but to reflect the very idea of cultural influence. In an age of access, where almost everything is streamed, shared, or commodified, the Royal Box remains untouched. There are no behind-the-scenes vlogs, no influencer takeovers, no branded experiences. It is one of the few places left where prestige is defined not by wealth, but by dignity, discretion, and legacy. In that sense, it's more than a seat, it's a statement. One that says you are part of a very select world, where excellence is honored quietly, not flaunted loudly. And in a culture obsessed with clout and clicks, that silence speaks volumes. So, how do you get a seat in Wimbledon's Royal Box? You don't, you're chosen. Because here, the currency isn't fame or fortune, it's grace, contribution, and legacy. And while the matches are world-class, the real game played inside the Royal Box isn't tennis. It's power, elevated by politeness, tradition wrapped in etiquette, and a level of access that remains truly priceless. Which guest would you want to sit next to in the Royal Box? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into the world's most exclusive seats, retreats, and rituals, make sure to subscribe. Because the world's wealthiest may fly private, but some experiences still can't be bought.